Have you ever wondered why the body of one of the most pivotal figures in biblical history, Moses, was never found? This question sparks curiosity and invites us to explore a profound mystery that intertwines with faith, divine plans, and spiritual symbolism. Moses, the leader who guided the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage, performed countless miracles, and received the Ten Commandments, ended his life with an enigma. His burial, carried out by God himself on Mount Nebo, remains a secret, shrouded in mystery and awe. This topic is not just about a historical event. It's a gateway to understanding deeper spiritual truths and the mysterious ways of divine intervention. It's fascinating to think that after all his monumental contributions, Moses' final resting place was concealed. This act by God prompts us to reflect on the spiritual significance behind it and what lessons it holds for us today. Was it to prevent idolatry? Or perhaps to emphasize that his mission was not about physical legacy but spiritual continuity? As we delve into this intriguing subject, we will uncover various perspectives and interpretations that have emerged over centuries. This exploration is not just an academic exercise. It's an invitation to deepen our faith and understanding of God's ways. You will discover why this mystery remains relevant and how it continues to inspire believers to look beyond the physical and seek the eternal. Join us on this journey as we unravel the enigma of Moses' final resting place. We'll delve into biblical narratives, historical contexts, and theological insights, all while keeping in mind the powerful lessons that Moses' life and mysterious burial impart. Get ready to be captivated by a story that is as spiritually enriching as it is thought-provoking. Picture this: Moses leading over 2 million people, all former slaves, out of Egypt's oppressive grasp. It's a grand vision, isn't it? He witnessed more miracles than Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob combined. From turning his staff into a snake to controlling natural forces, Moses proved to be an extraordinary leader. Biblical stories show us that his leadership was guided by a higher power, a divine force that directed his every move. Now, think of a modern leader facing colossal challenges and having to make quick decisions. You can see how Moses' lessons apply to today's corporate world or personal life. He led not just with authority, but with profound faith and trust in something greater. Imagine yourself in Moses' position, making critical decisions that impact thousands of lives. This requires courage, determination, and a clear vision of the ultimate goal. Moses also teaches us the importance of resilience. Even when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles, like the Red Sea, he never gave up. Instead, he trusted in God and moved forward, knowing a path would open. This is a powerful lesson for anyone facing difficulties. By trusting and persevering, it's possible to overcome any adversity. Another crucial lesson from Moses' biblical stories is the importance of clear and effective communication. Moses spoke directly with God and then conveyed those messages to the people in a comprehensible and inspiring way. In our daily lives, whether at work or home, clear communication can make the difference between success and failure. Think about how you can improve your communication to inspire and motivate others. And of course, Moses wasn't alone. He had a support network, including Aaron and Hur, who helped him lift his arms in moments of weakness. This reminds us of the importance of having a support system, people we can trust and who strengthen us in times of need. Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive individuals is one of the secrets to achieving great things in life. Moses' story begins with a dramatic rescue. Saved from Pharaoh's decree to kill all newborn Hebrew boys, he was placed in a basket and set afloat on the Nile. Found and adopted by Pharaoh's daughter, Moses was raised in the Egyptian court, receiving the best education available. This unique upbringing gave him a rare blend of Hebrew roots and Egyptian knowledge, making him uniquely suited for his future role. Imagine growing up in a palace, learning not just statecraft but also the secrets of one of the world's oldest civilizations. Despite his privileged upbringing, Moses' true identity couldn't stay hidden forever. One day, seeing no Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave, Moses intervened and killed the Egyptian. This act forced him to flee to Midian, a stark contrast to his life of luxury. It's a reminder that sometimes our greatest challenges come from within, from reconciling our identity and values. In our own lives, we often face moments where we must stand up for what we believe in, even if it means making significant sacrifices. In Midian, Moses began a new chapter, marrying Zipporah and tending the flocks of her father, Jethro. This period of his life shows the value of humility and hard work. Far from the grandeur of Egypt, Moses learned patience and resilience in the wilderness. These qualities would prove essential later when leading the Israelites through their own wilderness journey. It's a lesson for us all. True leadership often involves periods of quiet growth and learning away from the spotlight. Moses' early life is also a story of destiny. Despite his flight from Egypt, he was always meant for something greater. This is evident in how he was drawn back into his people's struggle. Think about how sometimes our paths take unexpected turns, but each experience, each detour, shapes us for future roles we may not yet understand. Moses' journey from prince to shepherd to leader of a nation underscores the idea that every phase of life has a purpose in our larger story. As we reflect on Moses' early years, we see the foundations being laid for his future leadership. The blend of royal education and humble shepherding prepared him uniquely for his mission. His story encourages us to embrace our backgrounds, no matter how diverse or challenging, as essential parts of our personal and professional growth. This understanding can empower us to face our own life's challenges with confidence and grace. One of the most profound moments in Moses' life was his encounter with God at the burning bush. Imagine Moses, tending his sheep on Mount Horeb, when he sees a bush that is on fire but not consumed. This miraculous sight captures his attention, and as he approaches, God speaks to him from the flames. It's a moment of divine revelation and calling, setting the stage for Moses' mission to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. This encounter teaches us that sometimes the most extraordinary calls come in the midst of our ordinary routines. Moses' initial reaction was one of reluctance and self-doubt. He offered excuses, questioning his own abilities and fearing the daunting task ahead. But God reassured him, promising to be with him every step of the way. This exchange highlights an important lesson. Our fears and insecurities can be overcome by trusting in a higher purpose. In our lives, we may feel inadequate or hesitant when faced with significant responsibilities, but like Moses, we can find strength and confidence in our convictions. Through this encounter, God equipped Moses with signs and wonders to prove his power to the Israelites and Pharaoh. He transformed Moses' staff into a snake, and his hand became leprous and then healed. These miracles were not just demonstrations of power, but symbols of God's presence and support. For us, these stories can serve as reminders that we are never truly alone in our endeavors. Support and guidance often come in unexpected ways when we need them most. The burning bush experience also marked a turning point in Moses' life, shifting him from a shepherd to a leader of a nation. It's a powerful example of how a single moment can redefine our purpose and direction. Think about pivotal moments in your own life that have led to significant changes. Embracing these moments, rather than shying away from them, can lead to profound personal growth and new opportunities. Finally, the encounter at the burning bush underscores the theme of obedience and faith. Despite his initial hesitation, Moses ultimately accepted God's call and embarked on his mission. This act of faith set in motion a series of events that would change the course of history. It's a reminder that sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zones and take bold steps in faith to fulfill our true potential. These stories inspire us to listen for our own calls and respond with courage and determination. Moses' journey as a leader was marked by numerous miracles, each demonstrating God's power and Moses' unique role. One such miracle occurred at Meribah Kadesh, where the Israelites were desperately in need of water. God instructed Moses to speak to a rock to bring forth water. However, in a moment of frustration, Moses struck the rock twice with his staff instead, while water flowed from the rock. This act of disobedience had serious consequences for Moses. It's a stark reminder that even great leaders can falter, and that every action carries weight and consequence. This incident at Meribah Kadesh highlights a critical aspect of leadership: the importance of following directions and maintaining faith, even under pressure. Moses' actions, driven by frustration, deviated from God's command, demonstrating that leadership is not just about the results but also about the means. In our lives, especially in challenging situations, it's essential to stay true to our principles and instructions. Deviating from them, even slightly, can lead to unintended consequences. The punishment Moses received was severe. He was denied entry into the Promised Land. After leading the Israelites through the desert for 40 years, this was a devastating blow. It teaches us about the gravity of responsibility that comes with leadership and the importance of adhering to guidance and commands. In professional and personal contexts, leaders must remember that their actions set precedents and that accountability is a key part of effective leadership. Despite this moment of disobedience, Moses continued to lead the Israelites with dedication. He accepted his fate with humility and continued to fulfill his duties, guiding his people to the brink of the Promised Land. This resilience and continued commitment, even after making a mistake, is an essential quality of a good leader. It shows that while errors can have significant consequences, they do not define one's entire legacy. Redemption and perseverance are possible, even in the face of failure. Moses' story at Meribah Kadesh serves as a powerful lesson about the complexities of leadership and faith. It reminds us that even the most revered leaders are human and prone to mistakes. However, it also teaches that with humility and perseverance, we can continue to fulfill our roles effectively. This story encourages us to strive for obedience and faithfulness, knowing that our actions have profound impacts on those we lead. The end of Moses' life is shrouded in mystery and reverence. At the age of 120, after leading the Israelites to the brink of the Promised Land, Moses ascended Mount Nebo. From this vantage point, he saw the land that his people would inhabit, but he knew he would never set foot there. This poignant moment underscores the idea that sometimes our contributions and efforts pave the way for others to achieve what we might not. Moses' acceptance of this fate reflects a profound humility and understanding of his role in the grander scheme. Moses' death on Mount Nebo is marked by an air of mystery. The Bible tells us that God himself buried Moses, and his burial place remains unknown to this day. This has fueled much speculation and intrigue over the centuries. The hidden grave serves as a powerful symbol of Moses' unique relationship with God and his unparalleled leadership. It also suggests that some aspects of our lives and legacies are meant to remain private, sacred, and beyond the reach of human knowledge. The mysterious nature of Moses' burial has led to many interpretations and lessons. One key takeaway is the idea of legacy, how our actions and leadership impact future generations. Moses' work was completed by Joshua, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land. This transition highlights the importance of mentorship and succession planning. In our lives, ensuring that our work and values are carried forward by others is crucial for lasting impact. Moses' life and death also emphasize the concept of divine mystery and faith. Not knowing the specifics of his burial site invites us to focus on the spiritual rather than the physical. It encourages us to reflect on the deeper meanings of life and the legacies we leave behind. For believers, it serves as a reminder of the unseen and eternal aspects of faith. In our everyday lives, it's an invitation to look beyond the material and tangible, finding purpose and significance in the spiritual and enduring. As we contemplate Moses' final moments, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of leadership and legacy. His story is not just about his journey, but also about the continuation of his mission through others. This inspires us to think about how we can cultivate and mentor the next generation, ensuring that our values and visions persist. Moses' life and death teach us about the enduring power of faith, humility, and the profound impact one life can have on the course of history. Moses' actions carry deep spiritual significance throughout the Bible. One of the most symbolic acts was his striking of the rock at Meribah Kadesh, which many scholars interpret as a deviation from God's intended imagery of Jesus as the spiritual rock. This act, though seemingly minor, underscores the importance of precise obedience in conveying divine messages. It reminds us that our actions often have deeper meanings and can influence the way others perceive and understand spiritual truths. The symbolism of Moses' life extends beyond individual acts to his role as a mediator between God and the Israelites. His experiences, from the burning bush to receiving the Ten Commandments, illustrate the profound connection between humanity and the divine. Moses' role as a mediator prefigures the ultimate mediator, Jesus Christ, highlighting the continuity and fulfillment of God's plan. This connection encourages us to see our own lives as part of a larger, divine narrative. That Moses' leadership and the miracles he performed serve as metaphors for spiritual guidance and provision. Just as Moses provided water from the rock, spiritual leaders are called to nourish and sustain their communities. This analogy extends to our personal lives, where we are encouraged to seek and provide spiritual nourishment through acts of kindness, teaching, and support. Reflecting on Moses' life can inspire us to become sources of strength and guidance for those around us. The story of Moses also emphasizes the journey of faith and transformation. From a prince of Egypt to a humble shepherd, and finally, a leader of a nation, Moses' life is a testament to the transformative power of faith. This journey encourages us to embrace our spiritual paths, acknowledging that every phase, whether marked by triumphs or trials, contributes to our growth and ultimate purpose. It's a reminder that faith often requires perseverance and resilience through various stages of life. Finally, Moses' story teaches us about the importance of legacy. His life's work, although he never entered the Promised Land, laid the foundation for the future of the Israelites. His teachings, leadership, and faith continue to inspire countless generations. This perspective urges us to consider the long-term impact of our actions and to strive to leave a meaningful legacy. It's a call to live with purpose, knowing that our spiritual contributions can resonate far beyond our own lifetimes. As we reflect on the profound mysteries surrounding Moses and his unseen burial, we are reminded of the timeless spiritual lessons his story imparts. These lessons call us to apply the wisdom we've gained and let it transform our lives. Have you ever considered how Moses' unwavering faith and leadership might inspire your own journey? Think about the ways you can embrace resilience, humility, and trust in a higher purpose, just as he did. If this message has touched your heart and you feel a call to change your life, to seek a deeper connection with God, now is the perfect time. God has incredible plans and a unique purpose for you. By accepting Jesus into your life, you can begin a transformative journey filled with hope and divine guidance. If this resonates with you, take a moment to reflect and open your heart to His love. I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and activate notifications to continue learning about the fantastic teachings of the Bible. Your engagement helps us spread these inspiring messages and connect with more people seeking spiritual growth. Did this message touch your heart? Are you ready to accept Jesus and change your life forever? Remember, God loves you deeply and has a wonderful purpose for you. If you enjoyed this video, I believe you'll love my recommendation. Click on the card that appears on your screen and watch the incredible story. Why God Cannot Kill Satan or Fallen Angels. Be edified by this mysterious and revealing story and discover the mysteries of the Bible. May God bless you immensely. See you in the next video.